So the first hostel that I'm going to be reviewing, it's called 91 Loop. It's in Loop Street in the city center of Cape Town. This hostel I really loved because it offered a breakfast and it was affordable. They also offered free Wi-Fi, which was the best Wi-Fi ever. It was very fast and worked all the time. Never had problems with the Wi-Fi. And the thing that I loved about this hostel is that even when there is load shedding, because at this moment we do have load shedding in South Africa, where some days the electricity will go off for 2 hours or more. But there, electricity we had all the time. There was no load shedding. When I arrived at this hostel, I stayed at the female dorm, which is the one that you see on the video now. I stayed at one of the top bunker beds, which was a nightmare because the climbing up and down was really a mission, especially when you have someone underneath you. Also, I just did not like it because of the privacy, man. There's no privacy. Whenever someone comes back from partying, they would switch on the lights, and me as a worker, I need to get my sleep. I need to rest. But most of the people that were there on holiday, so which is understandable. So another thing that I said that they provide is breakfast. Breakfast was the best. I really loved their breakfast. I always had my rooibos tea with honey, and I always had the burrito. My gosh, if you ever visit that place, do have the burrito. So before I left, I experienced sleeping in a capsule, and I always wanted to do that, and I never knew that in South Africa we had those, and in 91 Loop they had capsules. Now I wish I had chosen this option than the female dorm, because this option was more private. I had more privacy here. I could switch on and switch off my lights whenever I wanted to. I would just close off my curtain if I didn't want to be bothered. It was just so nice. I could do anything. I had my snacks, watch my movies in there. It had storage space for my bags. The storage space was not that big, not big enough for huge luggage, but it was good enough for me because I didn't have a lot of stuff. The bathrooms were clean and nice, and also I loved the space for your toiletries, and it's all numbered. I really like that. Then you don't have to have your toiletry in your bags the whole time. And they had it was just beautiful. I really loved this dorm. The only thing that I didn't like, and also by the way, it's a mixed dorm, so it's men and women. The thing that I didn't like about this dorm is the fact that there was no full-length mirror, of which is a no-no for a woman. But in the female dorm, they had a full-length mirror. So I would give this hostel a 8 out of 10 because it was right in the city center. The location was amazing. It was clean. I loved their breakfast. Staff was friendly. And on the downside, I'd say that the noise, there's a lot of noise there. If you are there for work, be prepared not to have a good night sleep or good night rest. And also the other thing that really put me off was the fact that one day, because I didn't use the showers inside the dorms, I used the ones that were outside. I discovered this that you see on the video as I was going to go take a shower, of which is very disgusting, which put me off for but it's not their fault. It's the guest's fault. So all these things that are are the negatives, are things that I think have to do more with the guests than the hostel itself. But otherwise, I really enjoyed staying there. And I love the fact that they had a restaurant right there as well.